Austin.
Culture.
Club.
Podcast.
Austin.
Culture.
Club.
Podcast.
My name is Rubin, as always, your host with Barry Jenkins.
Yes.
And producer professor. I almost called you Professor Julian.
Class is in session.
AV wizard Julian. And of course, today we have a guest, Laree Evelyn, aka Hard Shapes, local artist.
Hi.
Artisan.
I'm Laree, and I paint shapes.
Exactly. How was your holidays?
Oh, all the pipes at my farm froze. I live on a small farm.
Oh, shit.
And all the pipes froze.
Oh, boy.
So that was rough.
Did they all bust, or?
Yeah, pretty much all of them. And then they're fixed now, but it took like a week, so that was kind of a bummer.
The running water, I guess, all that kind of stuff?
Yeah, but I crashed with some friends, so it was nice. You know, I got to hang out with people.
But what about the chickens?
Oh, well, they're doing okay, I think. There's been like a rogue stray dog that's been coming through and snatching them. So it's been like we're on the hunt for the stray dog.
Damn.
It's been a whodunit. Well,
That sounds like my dog when I was growing
chicken
up.
killers. Chicken
Right.
killers are the worst, man.
it's really sad.
I was
but-
thinking maybe coyote or wolf or
Oh, that's
gray
what
fox.
we thought, but
Gray
it was.
fox? Texas fox.
I don't
We
know.
got red foxes, I think. Right?
Yeah,
right?
I've
I
seen
don't know.
one.
I hear the
In the
coyotes
little
are nice.
creeks.
Coyote. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm sorry about your farm life.
Thank you.
Even though it's probably better than, I don't know, it's romantic, isn't it? You know,
It's nice. I really like it out there. I'm very happy.
you sit
living
there
on
with
a
your
little farm.
banjo,
I wish I had a
whittling,
banjo.
whittling,
That would be
whittles.
very cool.
You know, saying things like, I got a hankering for some cheese, and you go milk the cow and make some cheese or something, right?
Hankering for a pankering? I don't know.
Hankering
I
for
was
a
just trying to
pankering.
rhyme.
You know how we do
That
in the,
sounds-
in the farm, y'all?
Y'all.
Coyote. Well.
What?
I haven't seen you since 2022 on this podcast, woman.
I saw you here last time. You just weren't here.
I just wanted to say right now,
Did you listen to it?
a little bit, and I hate everybody. Because you know why? Because everybody is just like, oh, we're so smart. Oh, look at us. Oh, you know, I was behind the scenes trying to take care of business. And obviously nobody cared because everybody's all like, we're too good for the Rubin and podcast Rubin. Nah.
We were just saying that like it was a little chaotic.
It's always a little chaotic. It's like real life.
Could
It
have
was
been planned.
unnecessarily chaotic.
It was fun.
You look like you were having a lot of fun.
I'm always having a lot of fun.
Okay,
I chased the dragon. That came out wrong.
that's a different kind of fun.
That's a different kind of fun. For you, they had a year in review episode where they talked about 2022,
Oh,
but they
wow.
really didn't even do that.
Yes,
they
we
were just
did.
basically saying, my favorite restaurant is Waffle House in 2022 because they still fight there or something. I don't know. It was
I mean,
whatever.
That's
I
some
don't
real
even
stuff,
care.
Though. That's
They did.
I did not say that.
They did top 10 movies.
Was Prey the Predator movie #1?
I don't.
You
That
know
was
why?
not
'Cause
even
they
on the
don't watch
list.
any fucking movies. They don't know what good movies are.
What about White Noise? White Noise was on there.
White Noise is fantastic, but I'm a Baumbach believer.
mean,
you know me.
I like
Noah Baumbach.
Adam Driver.
know.
I like Adam Driver.
don't
I
know.
love Noah Baumbach.
oh.
I love Adam Driver. I got a lot of love in my heart.
Okay.
All right.
Well, what do you want to give your top 10 now? Is
No,
that-
I
'cause
don't
you-
even
you
want to
felt
do
left
10
out?
movies because Joey's over here thinking he's like cinemaphobe file guy. You know, like
Cinemaphobe.
you know me, man. Like I know a lot about stuff. Cry baby, cry. My favorite movie is Johnny Depp and Cry Baby. You know,
He was saying that he was
Gone
like,
Girl
he was like,
Gone.
I got the top 10 together, and then nobody else even saw the movies. And I was like, well, did you tell anybody else that you were doing a top 10 movies of 2022? And it's like, he was like, no. And I'm like, well, how are they supposed to go and watch movies? Like the movies that were like good last year.
all right, let's just knock it down to this. You want to know what good movies came out last year?
Yes.
There was a Predator sequel, or
Prequel?
whatever
It's
you
a
want to call it,
prequel?
called Prey. It came out on Hulu. It was effing fantastic. There was a Hellraiser prequel, sequel, remake on Hulu also. Not as fantastic, but also pretty fantastic.
I don't know about that one.
Not as fantastic. It was like the second tier. Of
Okay.
I don't even
Okay.
think the sequels to Hellraiser were that good.
I mean, I
so-
watched the TV show Fantasy Island, and it's
Okay.
nowhere holds a candle to the original Fantasy
I
Island.
mean,
I don't think I've
No.
but
seen
you
either.
still enjoyed it.
We don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly. Because you know what? I'm sick and tired of you, America, you, liberal Austin, you sitting there, White Lotus, White Lotus. No, the best show on TV was Southside on HBO.
What about Better Call Saul?
He doesn't watch
White
that show.
Lotus, White Lotus.
Why not? It's so good. It got snubbed.
I'm not gonna lie, I loved Wednesday. Stop it.
Wednesday.
I'm a
the
Tim
hair.
Burton head. I love Tim Burton. It's so cheesy.
I like the
There's a
outfits.
hand. I like a little hand.
Oh yeah, yeah. The
There's a
dance
hand.
was very
The
fun.
Munsters?
The
Did you
outfits
guys
were
see that?
The outfits
Her
are
little
so
werewolf
good.
roommate.
With the nails. That's so cute.
I haven't seen it.
It was cute. It was cute.
It's like a cuter Stranger Things.
I
Yeah.
forgot the name of the actress,
bees,
but
the
the girl that
bees.
plays
Oh,
April
yeah.
on Parks and Rec, she would have been a good Wednesday.
Yeah.
Aubrey Plaza?
Aubrey Plaza,
I
yeah,
just want to
Aubrey
see her in
Plaza.
everything.
So
She's
here,
great.
I absolutely agree. My theory. Have you ever heard my theory of craziness?
About
Right.
Aubrey?
Which
no,
one?
they should make instead of like every time they make a Joker movie, a different person should play the Joker, and Aubrey Plaza should be the next Joker.
Yes, I would watch that. I haven't seen
Okay.
any. I haven't seen any.
I can
of
get
the
behind. I
Jokers.
would watch that.
Yeah.
I haven't watched any of the Joker movies.
Well, the last one was honestly pretty good, even though it kind of like hinted at weird like
I just like.
tropes of American society.
I thought it was for incels, so I was like.
See, this is the thing.
Yes.
Just because we're disenfranchised does not mean that we want to kill everybody
Okay.
or hate women. You can be disenfranchised and still like women.
Okay. I wasn't calling you an incel.
I'm just saying I'm disenfranchised.
Okay, that's fine.
I missed that one.
Joker.
Is it Joaquin Phoenix is going to be in the next one too?
Yeah, they're filming it right now. Supposedly, I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, it's got some French ass title.
We love some Joaquin, though. I guess. R.I.P. River. What was the record of the year?
We didn't talk about records.
Nobody talked about music.
We talked about live
the
music.
bone, the marrow
Oh,
of our
okay.
the
We
bones.
talked about live music.
There we
Oh yeah,
go.
I love live music. That's cool too.
What were some of the faves?
I saw.
Well-
all right, last year was a year of shows. I
Yeah.
saw a lot
Yeah.
of shows,
Okay. Okay.
and I mean, I'm old. I'm turning 59 this year,
Shut up.
and so I was really into Pavement in the early 90s, and I was always I saw Pavement, obviously back in the heyday, and seeing them this last time.
Two nights in a
twice,
row.
2 nights in a row.
Aw.
It was
Maybe you're ride or die.
I must have been love, but it's over now. It was an emotional roller coaster.
It was fun.
Aw,
It was a great time.
that sounds
That's
good.
what I said was my best live music of
Pavement.
the year. Yeah.
It definitely was.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, local band, Fuck Money. Obviously, we love
Yeah.
Fuck Money. We support them.
Or speaking of fuck money, did you see that Alton Jenkins, no relation, got nominated for best new drummer or best drummer
And best new band
and best new band?
for Fuck Money.
So we got to vote
yeah.
for them.
Vote in the Austin Chronicle music poll
Dang.
for
Yes,
Alton
sir.
Jenkins and his project Fuck Money. Best new venue, Chess Club.
Yeah.
I still
Ah,
haven't
dude,
been.
that was a hard
Oh,
one.
I
That
like
was a hard
Chess
one.
Club.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
There was
tiny.
there was a few
it's
on
definitely
there
tiny.
that I was
Yeah.
like Feel So Good
That
and
feels good.
Parish. I love both of those
I haven't been to the
places.
Feel So Good.
I like
place
both
yet.
of those places, but I was
Yeah.
like, Feel So Good, what they popped up in like September, August.
Yeah.
And
Well,
that's
then
kinda like a-
Parish burned down around that same time. So it's like, I don't know. Like, how many shows did
Well,
they
Feel
actually
So Good been
throw?
around as like a shop that had like a show
Yeah.
or two, but now it's like they're doing
Well,
more
there's
shows.
yeah. I mean, it's like my buddy Ben. Like, we're gonna do something on the second there, but like, yeah, they're seemingly trying to do that.
Shout out
immediately.
Big Buck.
Yeah. Well, and they have their own like bands that they record and put out vinyls for too. So like, they
Yeah.
have a couple bands in the Austin Music Poll that I think they're like a couple punk bands that are on like
I
part
think
of the best.
the
Okay.
Pinky Rings is part of the
Pinky Rings.
those
I forgot the
girls.
name of the other one. I forgot.
Yeah,
the
I
name
know
of the
those
other
Pinky
one.
Rings is involved like with Feel So Good
Is
records,
it
maybe.
Rattlesnake Milk is another.
Oh,
thing?
Rattlesnake
That's
Milk.
that was a good
Yeah,
record.
they're-
We do like the rattlesnake.
I think they're like
Questionable
they were
button,
on the
but-
country. They were on the best country.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I like
You're
that
hip to be
shit.
square.
I know some things. I know
We're
some
hip to be
things
square.
every now and
Yeah,
then.
yeah,
I just
yeah,
drop
yeah.
in words
I love Huey
periodically.
Lewis, man.
You got some topics for us?
I got topics.
Are we about to do topics?
I'm looking.
I wonder if all of his notes are just like spread throughout in like not in order in his notebook. So he's like
Credit
trying to
card,
find which page did I write them on?
This is the topics to different. Oh, this is a list of books I want to buy.
Looks like
Of
my
course.
notebook.
Yeah,
Notes,
mine's-
topics. Here it is.
I
I'm
won't
back.
peek. I won't peek.
The kid's back.
Okay.
All right, topics.
Topic.
Topics.
Topics.
Topics. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right. You want to go first?
No, go ahead.
Woo! FAA, the Federal Aviation Agency Administration, whatever. I don't even know. Them motherfuckers fucked up today.
Well, I heard it was because the software that like recognizes like flocks of birds and weather patterns was messing up, so they grounded all the flights because they weren't willing to send planes up the air
Flock
to
of
get
flock?
like
All the flights in the United States?
Every single
think it-
flight in the United States, except for like Saudi Arabian planes.
Whoa, that's
Yeah, I
what
was
just
like-
happened. Someone,
oh,
I'm
9/11,
so out
sorry.
of the loop.
I heard that there was like there was a few airports that were like cleared, but like some of the news sources made it seem like there was some airports that they let planes go out of, but like
I thought everything was grounded.
yeah, I was doing an event earlier today, and like
Dang.
75% of their attendees were supposed to show up this morning, and they were like, "Oh, I don't even know if we're gonna have a general session today." And I was like, "Well, it's at like in the afternoon, so they should be able to get here." But half of their people showed up, and that was only. But they're all here all week,
Whoa.
so
Yeah, that's so crazy though. People
Still
like planning
crazy.
a convention of whatever investors
Yeah.
or something. You
well,
know?
and especially when you're spending
Yeah.
like
He
so
works in
much
the
money
W.
a day on
Oh,
your
fancy.
shit
yeah, he does AV. Yeah,
At the
was
W.
AV
at
was it?
some hotels around town.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was a big deal. Everyone was angry. Nothing America hates more than sitting at airports for no effing reason.
Dude.
Yeah.
I kind of like it.
Oh,
I like the
God.
airport.
Oh really? What's your favorite part of the airport experience?
The Austin airport has this place called Vino Volo. It's
Oh,
a
yeah.
it's a wine bar,
Oh, okay.
and I spent $100 there
Nice.
last time I was there.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. Do you send the same amount when you're on the flight? Or you just
Well, actually, so I bought a drink on the flight, but they never charged me for it.
Oh,
so
hell
I,
yeah.
I count that as a win. And
Yeah.
if you're gonna eat anywhere in the
Yeah.
airport, it's expensive. So
True.
why
Yeah.
not just spend $100 and have like a
I
cheese
agree.
board?
Yeah.
I
you know?
agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, like, especially when they have places like Hat Creek and shit in
Yeah, I
the
don't
Austin
give a fuck
airport.
about that.
Yeah, and it's like
Oh,
way more
yeah.
expensive than it should be.
Yeah, it's like
Mhm.
$15
Walk
for
and
a
roll.
burger.
Rock and roll.
Walk.
Walk and
Walk and
roll.
roll.
What is that?
They have fly ride
Walk
chicken
and roll
there
used
now.
to be like a restaurant in Austin on Burnett for a long time.
Okay.
And then they had a location in the airport, but the one in town closed down, and the one in the airport is still open. I think
I don't know if it's still open.
Hmm.
the walk and roll's done.
When are they gonna put Miss Johnson's in the
I'm
airport?
gonna get a walk and roll
I like-
tattoo now. Walk and roll.
I
Mrs.
thought-
Johnson is no longer my friend.
Oh no.
After 17 years of loving Mrs. Johnson and Mr. Rangel Lepore, who took over Mrs. Johnson after that, I am no longer supporting them because I think Tyson's Tacos owns it now.
Yeah,
What?
they do.
Oh.
Dude, fuck
I don't
that.
know what Mrs. Johnson's.
What are you?
is.
Do you not like Tyson's tacos too?
I beef.
Why?
Tyson's.
Why are you beefing?
Oh wow.
The last 2 times I went there, I had to go home to use the restroom real fast. Like, real
And the
fast.
owner.
Oh, no.
Besides that, the owner's a Trumper. So.
Oh, okay.
Ew.
Damn.
So it was like a
That's
double whammy. Like
unfortunate.
I was like still eating there, and then I was like, "Fuck it," you know, he vote whoever, and then it was like, "Oh hell no,
That's
they're gonna burn through me and vote Trump." Fuck that.
my only beef with them before was the price because I was like, sometimes I just feel weird paying like $5 for
a
one
small
taco.
Yeah.
they're smaller,
Yeah,
too.
man, and it's like they're good, but it's
But, yeah.
like I don't know. I mean, it's like use shittier ingredients. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Burn
Look at
through
that
me, cuz,
fancy.
and you know I got a stomach like a rock. You know I
Yeah.
eat like dirt sometimes. You know, and I'm like, that's not that bad.
Yeah, I gotta eat a little bit better. I had
Yeah,
pasta
me
last
too.
night, and then
Oh,
What did I have? Hot French food the night before.
Ooh, French
Ooh,
food.
you live in
That's
large.
fancy.
Yeah, this is a baller week, but I'm gonna dial it back. I'm going back to Chick-fil-A and
Okay.
Pete Terry's and Quesos tacos.
CC's, where you at? CC's.
Dude, I would totally get that CC's buffet if I had one near me. The only one's nearby is at Capitol Plaza, dude.
I thought that one closed.
Oh, I don't know. That place is
Maybe it's still
shady.
there.
So like, I used to go there a lot when I drove cars, then looked for other cars.
Nothing I love more than Capitol Plaza, man.
Yeah, I bet you
Capitol
were up there a
Plaza.
lot.
Oh yeah.
So the airports are down.
Airports are down.
We hate it,
Horrible.
except for unless you're at
I'm
the wine
sad.
bar, then it's not that bad.
Then it's good.
You don't have like one of those crazy passes to like a secret bar in the airport?
They
Or
don't
like a
have
lounge?
They don't have a lounge. In the
Oh,
Boston
what?
airport.
Oh.
I do have a pass, and I've never used it.
What do
Because
mean
you
they
have to
don't
go to
a
other
lounge?
airports to use it. Well,
The whole airport's the lounge.
I
Have you
feel
seen
like
it?
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
I feel like for you, if you have a
How dare
pass, you have to go to another
How dare
airport
you.
where you're like just want to leave the airport and you
dare
don't want to go and
you.
hang out at the
It's
lounge.
renovated.
So like,
Right.
when are you
That's
gonna
the thing
ever
is,
use it?
I got this credit card that like
Double dog dare
gave
you.
you access to all the airport lounges.
Oh,
and
all
I've
of them?
Never. I've
You've
never
never been
used
able
it.
to.
Yeah.
I thought they had at least like an American Airlines lounge or something, but I don't
Maybe
know.
I don't have an American Airlines card.
They should just make the airport bigger, so they have actual like.
Well, they're
shit
trying
that
to make
you
it
can
bigger,
do.
cousin.
I for some reason
So they
didn't
can get all
even-
them foreign people come here to Austin and spend all their money on the goddamn
True.
race.
Brisket.
Formula. Oh, dude. I may have secretly gone to a barbecue place by myself today.
Oh.
Secretly.
I don't
Neither
know.
here nor there. But the prices are fucking insane for a pound of brisket in this town.
It's
Oh
like
my-
$30, right?
Over like
What?
$36 for a pound of brisket.
Whoa.
It was like when we were in Lockhart. When I was in Lockhart, I forgot that one.
Yeah, you went without me.
Damn
Never
it.
Oh,
forget.
shit.
So it was like it was literally like $19.
You're just making a lot of secret barbecue
$19
trips.
for a. I have a,
He's got a
in
problem.
my
Secret
defense,
life
I ate
here.
no carbs or sides. I just got meat
Good for you.
because that's keto.
Keto. That's
Oh, we know you
Poquito.
like Arby's, so
sounds
you're
good.
a fan of the
Your
meats.
cavemen did that, so that's gotta
Poquito.
be good.
Yeah,
I
you
hear
know,
they
cavemen,
lived a
they
long
lived
time.
long. long time.
At least to
What's-
36.
What's your next
I
topic?
got topics. Hold up, I lost the page.
Here, I'll do one while you're looking.
There we go.
So I sent y'all that article of that woman who stole $1,000 of raw beef.
Yeah. Holy
What?
shit. That was crazy.
She was a serial fajita meat thief.
Whoa.
This was in Laredo.
Honestly, that's a gift,
Fajita meat.
right?
only.
So
A curse and a gift.
I like how they explain what fajita is in this article. Fajita is a thinner piece of beef.
marinated.
I think that she was probably selling plates, but they were like, we don't know what she did with it. I mean,
I like the
Interesting.
mystery of that, though.
I
Yeah.
Leaving it
enjoy
open
them.
ended.
I'm as a plate seller, I'm with it.
Well,
I'm
I
gonna
was,
fill in the gaps with some horrible things.
I'll admit, in my past, I used to go to Fiesta and take some, like, fajita here and there when I
Okay.
lived at, like, Hyde Park and I was a young,
I feel like Fiesta
struggling
doesn't.
college
They
student
allow people
for
to
one
take a
semester,
little bit-
and I dropped out.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I don't understand how do you walk out with that much? Like, they said $800
Yeah.
in one trip. I was like, $800.
did she
of
just put it in
meat?
a cart and just push the cart out to her car?
Mhm.
Honestly,
Just
wouldn't be
kept going.
surprised
Yeah.
because I saw another story about I don't know exactly where it was, but there was a police officer who was stationed at a Home Depot as like I guess because they needed security there,
Yeah.
and
It gets buck.
he would literally take stuff off the shelves, put it in a bucket, and then put it by the registers.
Yeah.
And for his whole shift, he would just like go around the store and do that. And then when he left, and he would tell people like, "Oh, I'm gonna buy it before I leave," and he just left, and he got a
The
felon.
police
yeah.
officer was doing
The
this?
police officer was doing it, and he would just put
No.
he would put it all the
been working on
shit
that
in
shed
his
for a
patrol
long
car
time.
and leave the place. So they have like
What?
I can't remember exactly how much it amounted to, but it was like he got a felony charge for it
See,
because
that's
So
really
fucking
stupid
stupid.
because it's
But shit
literally
gets
like,
expensive there at the Home Depot.
well, it's a
Wood?
monetary line too. Like a felony versus a misdemeanor is
Yeah.
like $100 difference.
Well-
So if he just kept it below,
well, but that's the thing. He kept thinking that that's what he was doing.
No,
so
so
he
he
would
tried and he
try to
failed?
keep it under,
Oh,
and then they were
no.
like, "But you're dumb as fuck because you work here and we record you every
And
single
it adds
day,"
up.
and it accumulated
He
to
got that
way
Makita.
over.
He got one of those Makitas and it was over.
So it's like
Yeah.
a there's a
Yeah.
there's a
That's
problem
horrible.
with serial like thieving around
when I was
like,
growing up,
stores right now.
We had a meat man.
Oh,
And he would
okay.
go to H-E-B and steal meat. But this is a long time ago. in
That
the
was his
80s.
side hustle.
This was actually his. Yes, this is his side hustle. He would come to the house and go, "What are y'all looking for?" My dad would be like, "What do you got in there?" He goes, "I'll take those lobsters. I'll take that. I'll take that."
Damn,
Everybody-
he would reach into the lobster
He would
things.
take whatever. He was crazy. But he would use what he would do is like I guess he had an insider that worked at HEB, and he would get a garbage can and put the meat in a garbage can,
Whoa.
and then pay for the garbage can.
Oh. So you just straight up take the garbage can
So he
with
pay
him.
like $10 for like a plastic garbage can.
Oh,
Okay,
garbage
it's full of
bag.
meat.
'Cause I was about to be
No,
like,
no,
how-
like
The whole can?
like he was just buying one. Like you have
But-
garbage cans there.
But then I was like for the other people
It's
that
very
work at the
similar-
place, wouldn't they notice like, where's all our garbage cans? Like, why do our garbage cans
So
keep
he's
going?
buying the garbage can.
Oh,
But the
okay.
meat's in the garbage can.
So he would
the
just
chick
go
who
and
was
drop it
working
at-
the register would
Yeah.
wink wink for him and like sell him the $5
Oh.
like little garbage can or whatever. It was
Damn,
full of
$5.
meat or-
That's
you know what I'm
pretty good
talking
deal.
about. This is a long time ago now. Gary.
Okay,
And then he would come and sell it to everybody.
nice.
dang.
So,
Hmm.
but that's how he did it. The old garbage can trick.
That's a good trick.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
feel
I'm
If
not
like,
you got an
sure.
insider.
I mean, I feel like the cop was kind of doing that with the bucket.
yeah.
Well, and
Kinda.
also,
They needed a link.
when I worked in the mall, there was always like legends of like people who would be like, "I'm gonna take the trash out," and then they would just like steal a bunch of shit and
Yeah.
go put it by the trash can.
Yeah.
And then somebody else would go and get it
Yeah.
out before somebody else did it. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes we have problems with thieving at AV. Like at the Thompson Hotel, they said that hotel had just opened, and like I was over at the Proper at the time, so I loaned them 20 LED lights, 2 projectors, and a bunch of other shit, and a couple other properties loaned them stuff too for their big event, like opening event.
Yeah.
And they got a bunch of outside labor in, and they on the camera system saw like 5 dudes walk into the ballroom. And then there was some reason there was like a dead spot where like there was an exit door outside of the ballroom. So you could
The
see
dead
camera
spot.
footage of them walking in and then basically stealing all this shit and then walking out the exit door that like leads straight out to the street. And they're like, I remember like asking for the like, hey, when are you gonna send the LEDs back? And he was like, actually we have a kind of a problem with that, and we're like trying to figure out where all this shit is. And I was like, bro, I'm never loaning y'all gear again.
Did they pay you?
AV crazy.
No, I
AV
never got the
crazy.
gear back. I never got the gear
Jeez.
back, and it was like, I eventually got some. I got actually some of the projectors because they didn't actually get stolen. But yeah, it was just like it's just one of those situations where like even sometimes employees will be like, oh, like I'm the only person at this property, so like let me take a projector and like or like a mixer or something,
Yeah.
and then they'll like quit and like never come back to the job, and then people are like, whoa, I thought we were supposed to have like a 10-channel mixer here, and it's like, yeah, it's gone, bro. It's gone, long gone.
Are you ready
Yeah.
for a topic?
Okay.
A driverless car was all over the road the other day.
What?
So Austin downtown, they got like this companies that like got some Ubers, I guess, going on. There's driverless
Yeah,
cars.
they're prototype. It's like
But there's nobody
prototype
sitting
stage
in the
now.
passenger seat. There's nobody sitting there
Oh.
smoking. Nobody hitting their, their.
So they passed
Vaping.
the like you got to drive like somebody's got to be in the car
Nah.
stage. Now they're just like the cars are driving
No,
around.
yeah, the dude videoed it. Some guy on a bike,
Weird.
and the car was like in the wrong lane, and he was in the bike lane, and he's over here, he's over
No.
there.
With a rider in it?
no,
Oh,
no
it's
rider.
just drunk driving by itself.
Yes. So
Oh,
I hate driverless cars.
Me
I
too.
like think it's the worst fucking thing possible.
Okay.
I hate
okay.
it. It's terrible. I mean, are we this fucking lazy?
I just don't
Well,
think we have. Oh, sorry.
There's been like there was that Tesla accident too, the other day, and people are calling on like the government to like regulate because there's no regulation on them.
I know they killed somebody
Wow.
in Phoenix.
Yeah.
I think somebody got hit in L.A. They lived, but driverless cars have been fucking
Yeah.
people up.
Yeah.
Well, we
Well-
don't have good infrastructure. Like, there's so many potholes everywhere, and
Yeah.
everything's
The
whole
kind
city's
of
under
like, how's it
construction, too.
supposed to-
Well,
yeah.
Ever since they came, like they came sometime at the beginning of last year, and the whole thing was like they had to have like a certain time period, or I think the companies were gonna self-regulate themselves and be like, we're gonna spend a year having people in the cars
Yes.
driving around
Yeah.
to capture
That
all
was
the
the
data.
first company. And then they realized they couldn't pull it off, so they gave up.
Yeah,
So
because
this is a
it's
new company. Now they've already decided they can go driverless, and they've already fucked it up.
it's just dumb
Dang.
because it's like they think that capturing all the data for like just a year is enough for like the cars to just go out and
That's
like drive
wild.
around, but it's like there's Austin's not I guess the best like
No.
city for that because there's all claustrophobic streets and stuff like.
I mean, all this is about is keeping people even poorer.
Yeah.
This is about getting rid of CDL. This is about getting rid of people getting paid to drive for a living. This is like 30% of all non-college, I think, Americans work as drivers. You know what I mean? In different ways. And if they can get rid of them and just have like somebody sitting there paid $8 an hour just to watch the car drive, it's like cheap. I don't know. It's a fucking
Yeah.
nightmare to me. I hate it. This is corporate America once again destroying its own infrastructure.
Yeah. Things don't self-regulate if they don't have like someone pushing it on them because you want to be able to make as much money as possible.
Right.
So that's never worked.
So there's
I
a
don't know.
video of a driverless car swerving.
We'll have to
tipping
find
on
that.
4-4s.
Yeah, we need to post that.
Yeah, for sure.
It's on the news. I'll send it to y'all. Oh, when a list is missing. I found a list of foreign films I wanted to watch.
Oh.
That's nice. Yeah. Okay. Last night, 6th Street stabbing.
Oh shit.
I guess there was a fight in the bar, and they
Which
went outside
one?
in the street, and then at 2 o'clock in the morning, maybe a little later, stabbed. He's still alive, but critical condition, and once again, violence in the streets of Austin.
What bar were they at?
Yeah.
They didn't say, but it's on
Was it
6th
dirty?
and Trinity, of course.
Oh,
6th and Trinity.
man.
So
It's right there. That's right there.
There's is it 502 bar? The 502's over there.
I mean, if I got on Reddit, I could probably
Or-
someone's be
I think that's the name of
snitching
it.
out everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's already happening. 2023, the year Austin learned how to be a real city. Violence.
Did we have our first murder yet?
Yeah.
Oh,
been a
that was
murder.
quick.
Yeah, there was one. I think that lady shot that dude in South Austin.
Mm-mm.
I was walking from the east side through downtown to catch a bus back to my place like last week, and there was like a crazy there was a big ass crowd around like one of the intersections on 6th Street, and like there was like 5 cops like literally beating the fuck out of like 2 people on the ground. But then they were like also fighting them back. So like I was like I was like I walked through the crowd because I didn't see what was happening, and then I get into like the opening, and like there's like all these people. I'm the only one like kind of walking right by them, so I'm like tiptoeing around. I'm like ah.
It was like an
my
episode of Curb Your
God.
Enthusiasm.
Exactly.
You're like, I gotta catch the bus.
Yeah.
Oh my god, a pool
I
of
just
blood.
gotta get
I wore my good
home.
shoes. Oh my god. And everyone's
Like,
looking at you
I
this
thought about
motherfucker.
maybe like being like, oh, maybe I should like witness this or something, and I was like, nah, this will probably happen again. Like,
So did you know that there's a thing
gonna
in
beat me up.
Texas called
Dude.
mutual combat?
mutual combat.
So you can agree that you're gonna have a mutual combat with somebody and it's not breaking the law.
like a duel.
No
Yeah.
way.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Is it only fist fighting?
Yeah, it's
That's
it's
exciting.
you
That's-
can't you can do a simple assault
Okay.
in mutual combat. If you do aggravated assault, then it is a crime. I don't know what the difference between
Whoa.
simple assault and aggravated assault
Is
are.
it like a slap?
Yeah, maybe you could have a slap fight.
Yeah, slap pipe. I mean,
Maybe you can only punch like below the neck.
something.
if it has
It's
to do
got to
with,
be
like,
something like that.
Lasting marks or damage. I actually used to work in
Oh.
criminal defense
Oh,
as a
really?
paralegal, and usually it was like the level of like damage done to another person or the intent. But if they already intended to like hit each other, then I imagine it was like the level of damage.
Yeah.
inflicted.
Yeah, because it's probably like what it probably is like you guys agree to fight and you guys hit each other a few times, and then if one person takes it too far and
Yeah.
then it ends up with like
But
one
one
dude
person
like
always
on the
takes it too
ground.
far. This is America.
I mean, I feel like in that situation, both of the people are taking it too far by being like, square up. You agree? You agree? We're squaring up? Yeah.
Consent is
Consent to this
key.
right now, bro.
You hear me, Bin Laden? I'm still gonna fight you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's too sad.
That's crazy, though. Austin's becoming more dangerous. and
More dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is like 2 blocks of Austin
We keeping our edge.
at 2 in the morning. Oh my god, it's so terrible. 36 is so funny because like it's technically heavy policed.
There's a
Yeah.
ton of police out
That's
there.
where it's always happening. It's
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
That corner, 6th and Trinity. I'm like, this is fucking Copland. I was like,
Yeah.
it's right there.
Yeah.
I'm always surprised there's not like ever a story about like those horse cops trampling people by accident because the horses get
Yeah.
spooked or something. Like that's never happened. That's kind of surprising.
Yeah.
Man, those
Mhm.
horses on Rapolo's full. They're tired.
They need to take those horses out of downtown. They're contributing to
Them
the
horses
overall shit
pre-diabetic
smell.
when
That's very
Rapolos.
true, though.
And dude, I walked by a homeless guy earlier
It's
today,
Texas.
and I
fool.
was
We got
like,
horses.
I couldn't believe the smell. It was like it wasn't even like a normal homeless person smell. It was like almost like an alien smell, or like a smell that I would maybe like when I
In
went
the
to Mexico.
wild?
I was like, this is a new smell. I've never smelled this before. This is like it's like a mix of gasoline and like dirt, but like that was just like homelessness and sorrow.
Aw.
You see that video? I think I sent it to you. Shop owner in San Francisco was spraying on some homeless lady with a water hose.
Oh
Oh.
no.
It's a big,
I did see that.
That's
Yeah.
terrible.
It was the guy who owns an art gallery.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fuck that art gallery.
Yeah.
Ew.
But man.
That's terrible. I wouldn't stoop to that level. Come on, like you can't force someone to have a bath, like
It's a
especially
crazy
when they're
world.
like on the pookie, just like oh god damn it.
I love it. I don't love it. I love it though. I don't love it. Oh, man, it's such a weird world.
Yeah.
You have any more topics?
No.
Cowboys in the playoffs. Woo! Dallas
Really?
Cowboys.
I missed that
America's
one.
team. We're
I have
play-
fantasy.
We're
too.
playing this
I
weekend.
forgot about it.
Dallas Cowboys, get ready, America. Show enough. Show enough.
When is the playoff start?
This weekend.
As far as
shit.
I'm concerned, football's over because I didn't make the playoffs. in
Oh,
my
really?
League, yeah.
How what was your record?
Don't talk like that.
Well,
I was the third worst person in the league.
oh really?
Yeah.
Not the worst
I'm
though.
Yeah.
I'm scared to check because I started the season like with a streak of 7,
Hmm.
and I've just gone to dog shit. So like I don't even want to check my placement. I know there's other people that have probably been worse, but like because there was people that like 4 in were like losing 2 of them. So I'm like I got to be better than them. But like it's just such a depressing fall when you're like at the top spot. Like I'm gonna win all the prize money and shit, and then like. Yeah, everybody's getting jealous too. They're like,
His
"Damn,
wings
dude, like,
melted.
why are you the one that's winning?" And then like you start losing week, and you're like, "I'm sorry, guys. Like, I know I'm still I can still make a comeback." And they're like, "Shut the fuck up, dude. You're out of this league now."
Done. You're done. All right. That is the end of topics, I think. Unless you have something.
No, I already said
Laree,
I
you
don't
have a
have
topic?
anything.
I don't think I do. I don't have anything.
I don't have any
We'll talk
topics.
shit about Watson when he gets into office soon. So.
He's in office.
He said he's gonna hit the ground running.
Did you
His
see that
interview,
video that
hit the
Adler
ground running.
put?
Oh,
That video that Adler put of him like leaving the office.
oh god.
He's like putting his sunglasses on. It's like,
I
dude,
fucking
get the
hate
fuck
Adler.
out of here.
Guess whose inauguration is going to be at the W this year? They're going to wheel Mr. Abbott in.
Are you
No.
serious?
Yeah, it's actually next week on Tuesday, and it's a ticketed. For some reason, it's a ticketed event,
Ew.
and like they have like 4 bands, and they're like, it was funny.
What
One of the
bands?
we were in a meeting today, and they're like,
Spoon?
so the one of the 4th band, they're like a bunch of kids apparently. They're all like minors, and like one of the guys who handles like the rooms, they're like, should we should leave the bar in there, and like what should we stock the bar with? And like the general manager for the hotel was like, you cannot put a bar in a room with these kids, dude.
Oh
Like
my god.
they are minors. They're gonna come here with their dad or something. Like, but then there's who was it? Randy Waters,
Randy
Randy
Rogers,
Randy
yeah, yeah.
Rogers
Okay,
band
yeah,
is
yeah.
playing.
That's some
I don't know
country.
the other
I get
people,
behind some
but
country there.
yeah, they're like, oh yeah, he's gonna get wheeled in, do a 20-minute speech, and then he's leaving or something. He's like not even eating at the hotel, and I'm like, it's his inauguration. Now you know what's
Break
also
bread,
funny?
Mexican, break bread.
He's coming to the W for his inauguration, and Mr. Who's the mayor? I'm forgetting his name.
The new
Watson?
mayor?
No,
Watson?
the old man.
Adler?
Adler. I was gonna say that, but for some reason I thought that was wrong. He lives at the W.
What?
Yeah.
How
So
rich
he's
is
a
What
this
is
huge
that?
fool?
douchebag.
How do you live
I
at a
know.
hotel.
He's over there like,
What kind
He's
I've
gonna be
never been
looking
to a
from his
fancy
from his
hotel.
What's he
from his
making kind
balcony
of
down
money
at the terrace,
making?
and
Is
like
he's full?
Greg
Fuck
Abbott's
you.
gonna be telling a speech.
You either make a lot of money to live at a hotel or like no money to live at a hotel. There's like no in between.
Well, he
I think
makes a
this
lot of
fool
money.
making a lot of money living in this hotel. That's a W.
Rubbing
Motherfucker.
shoulders with all those real estate people. You know.
He's already working for a real estate corporation as a.
He spared no
consultant.
time.
Oh.
He wasted no time getting a new job.
Yeah. He left real estate, became mayor, made Austin a real estate fucking nightmare, and now he's going
Way
back
back.
into real estate because he already knows how to.
Oh.
Terrible.
Whatever. He's
Gonna
just-
make more
yeah.
Beetlejuice houses.
Ugh.
Okay. Today we have a guest,
Hi.
Laree Evelyn, aka Heart Shapes on Instagram.
Yeah.
She is a artist,
Yes.
artisan,
Yeah.
artisanal.
I paint stuff
Yes.
with paint.
Laree,
Yeah.
welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
How long have you lived in Austin?
Not very long, sadly. It's about 5 years.
That's not
actually.
that bad though.
Yeah, but I
Pre-COVID?
feel bad. Yeah, pre-COVID. Yeah, 5 years.
Well,
Okay.
a lot of people moved here because of COVID, so you're better than those people.
Well, pre-COVID is interesting because you're like, man, this is badass, and then it sucked.
Yeah, well, no, and I have two confessions. So one, I'm from the Bay Area in California. I grew up outside of Oakland, so I feel bad about that. And then the other one is I used to work in tech, so I am doubly the worst, and I'm sorry.
We have a lot of friends that work in tech. I don't hate people who work in tech. What I hate are tech people who are annoying as shit who work in tech.
There's a lot of those.
You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about? If you're
yeah.
sitting around trying to boast or act like you're cool, I don't want to slap you because I'm tired. You know, I'm tired of slapping tech people. But if I have to, I will.
That's
Just,
fair. I
you
used to
know.
work for Facebook.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah. The
What
food
about-
was really good.
Old friend of mine used to work for them a long time ago. I can't remember her last name right now 'cause she got married. Whatever. But yeah, so yeah, Facebook. We have no problem with that. You know.
Okay.
So
I do
let me-
feel bad though.
So did you move here because of tech or art?
Nah, I moved here. I just liked it, and I had the opportunity to kind of live anywhere. So I traveled a whole bunch, and I was like, "Where do I want to live?" And then my brother was living here, going to UT, and I was like, "Oh shit, I really like Austin." So I was like, "I'm gonna move here."
Okay.
Yeah, and I moved here. And I was married at the time, so we both were just like, "Let's do it. Let's go somewhere new."
Is your marriage person still in Austin?
Oh, my ex is. I think he's somewhere around here.
Marriage person.
I don't know what it's like. I don't know. She could have been a widower.
That's true. He could no
Or-
longer be with us, but he is
or
somewhere with us.
Maybe like in a throuple. I don't know. There's a lot of different things going on in this
That's
modern
true.
world. You know, like,
That's true.
maybe like they didn't get divorced because like they want to tax reasons. You just don't know.
Sure. I mean, that's considerate.
I'm not considerate. It's terrible. Well, I'm glad that you're
Yeah.
here, and I'm glad
Love
that
it.
you live in Austin. And so you're a paralegal, you were a tech person, you were a
Yeah.
married person.
I was
and
a
you're a
palm
sister.
reader.
A palm reader.
I actually left tech to become a palm reader.
Can you read? Can you read Rubin's palm?
No,
All
was
right,
eyeing him.
it's
No,
too
just
calloused.
Mary. Mary's palm. Mary's got a better life.
Mary's
See
got a
the
better
shape
life.
of the hands?
I'm a blank year old Mexican. I got 10 years maybe. You know what I'm saying? Like minorities don't live long in this country as it is.
Calm down,
Yes,
Mr.
ma'am.
Peanut Butter Cup.
One of the things I do is I'll read couples' palms and then paint how I see their relationship in shapes.
Oh,
So I have
Oh.
a very witchy artistic career now.
Interesting.
Awesome.
I like the way that
Yeah, I
sounds.
like
Yeah.
I really love it. It makes me happy because when I first did palm reading, people come to you because they're going through it, which is fair enough, but it was really sad. So now, you know,
Going through.
they were like, should I leave him? And I'm like, oh Lord, okay, we're going there. And like now people are staying together and they want to celebrate their relationship. So it's really fun to like sit with people when they're so happy. I mean, I'll still sit with people when they're going through it, but
Yeah.
it's nice to have a mix.
What if you're always going through it?
I think that's everybody a little bit.
All right,
Cycles.
so you moved to Austin. You're palm reading.
I moved here and I was in tech, and then I realized that I was very unhappy, and I was like, oh, weird, I should do something about that. And so
Am I unhappy?
I took some time off. I got lucky. I was able to take time off, and I was like, what do I do when I don't have anything to do? And so I like found a book on palmistry, and I was like, that's cool. And then I got obsessive about it, and I'd like go to UT, and I'd read those like old books in the Ransom Center.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
And
hell
it was
yeah.
really cool. And then I'd sit and like sketch hands, and I'd sit in bars and just read anybody who came up to me. And
They got that Gutenberg Bible.
yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
this place is fancy. Like that's how you know it's a good spot.
They
is the
also have one of the
Gutenberg
oldest.
Bible.
They have the oldest photograph ever taken there,
Oh.
or they used to.
They used to. I
They
don't know if
used
they
to.
still do.
I know they had it for a time.
Mm.
They have a lot of interesting stuff, like different people's libraries.
It's cool.
Yeah.
So were you always painting, or
No, actually, I didn't start painting until a few months after the pandemic hit, like in quarantine hit, I guess would be the right way to put that. I had just left tech to do palm reading. I was working at a couple witchy shops in town, and I was signed up for like all these events and stuff. And I was like, yes! And then COVID hit, and then I was all of a sudden really isolated, and I couldn't read palms because germs. And so I was like, shoot. And so in the isolation, it got worse. So like all of a sudden, all the like emotional shit I'd been avoiding was just like, we're here. And I didn't handle it great. And so I used art as a way to like cope and process through a bunch of stuff. And when I say that, I don't mean it as like, I'm going to sit and paint something beautiful. I got like obsessive. I like couldn't stop painting shapes. I was like therapy, painting shapes, sleeping. It was a time. And so that was really all I could do. And I didn't want to read people's palms while I was going through all that stuff because I didn't want to like accidentally dump my shit on them because it's such an emotional thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just started painting a lot of shapes. And I have a friend who runs the Eastside Pop-Up Market in town, Tara.
Yes.
She's so sweet. And so she was like, you want to sell some paintings? And I was like, okay. And then it just kind of took off, and it was super helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I just do that full time, which I'm super thankful for because I don't know what else I would have
Quarantine was a very weird time. 'Cause
It was a weird time.
before that, I was saying dumb stuff like, man, I just need some time alone to figure out my, who I am. And then I was like, you know what? I don't need this much time to figure out who I am. Like,
Yeah.
I think it happened
there's
the
a
first,
lot
the
of
first
depths
week.
to
I was like,
face.
I guess I figured it out.
Yeah.
But it was
Definitely.
definitely tough.
Yeah. Yeah, it was wild.
When did you get into the murals?
Oh, people asked, they reach out and be like, hey, do you want to paint a mural in my home? Or friends, I have a friend who I paint her tarot studio when she moves around. And then Birds reached out to me at one point, and I did Top Drawer Thrift. And
Yeah.
so it's just kind of gotten lucky with people seeing my stuff.
Organically, kind of like this, yeah. It's coming out of nowhere.
Yeah, and I've noticed too, it's funny, I feel like if I push too hard in any direction, things don't pan out. It's like if I sit and I just keep trying to do my thing, people kind of show up, which is beautiful, but also gives you kind of a weird sense of life because you're like, I guess I'm just going with it.
Did you do a lot of holiday markets at all? Or
I didn't because I got the flu and then I got a cold, so I was like out for the
I remember
count.
that. You were sick
I was
for
gone for like
a
2
long time, yeah.
months. Yeah. So that
And
was
you
a
didn't have
bummer.
COVID either. That was like the craziest.
No.
Oh, that's one of the new topics I forgot about.
what's that?
That new strains in Austin.
Oh
Oh.
no.
Oh, really?
They have one, a new Omicron strain from Los Angeles.
Oh, the
Wow.
COVID?
Yeah.
Have you gotten your booster?
'Cause Fred got COVID.
Oh.
Sorry, Fred.
Is it
R.I.P. Fred.
true or not true
This is the
that
5th time he's
now,
got it, too.
like after
Oh, wow.
before the new year, you could go and get boosters and your COVID shots for free, but now it's like they have to charge you or something? Like they stopped doing COVID and boosters for free?
No.
Really?
I think so.
I haven't heard this, but I haven't really checked either.
I'm pretty sure like now the only way that you
When
can
you
get
get a
them for
booster.
free
Me
is
too.
if you
Oh,
like
my
have
God.
insurance
Mhm.
and like you get it through like your doctor, but or wherever you go to like get your
Okay.
flu
I
vaccine shots.
honestly
and
don't
stuff.
know. We'll check on this and have an answer next episode.
Yeah, for sure.
Dun, 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 dun.
Because it's like
Cliffhanger.
it is like I have heard that like COVID kind of has been popping back up here and there. I mean, every now and then it's like, oh, a bunch of people I know like I got
Like
COVID.
surge.
I got
Well, a couple
COVID.
of our friends have recently
got it.
got it. Dan Holloway had it a couple weeks ago. Fred's got it right now. I don't know.
Mm.
Just a couple people. Tall Dan?
I
We'll
don't
say
think
yes,
he's
yeah.
gotten it yet. I don't think.
Is he because he's from Connecticut?
Should we call him and ask him?
Nah.
Do you know Tall Dan?
No. Tall Dan?
He's a terrible person.
He sounds tall though, so that's redeeming, I guess.
I thought he was.
That's
Isn't the
his
best
strong
thing about
suit.
America? Isn't that the best thing about America?
Being
He's
a
good guy.
tall
Why?
white
He's
man.
tall.
He can reach stuff.
If he was bald, would you call him Bald Dan?
Well, he will be bald down in about 5 years.
Poor
Shots
man.
fired.
I thought he was
Fired.
Tech Dan.
He is tech. He's got many hats because he's going bald.
Gotta stay warm.
That's a good one.
He's gonna be so mad.
Hopefully he doesn't listen to this episode. So the murals.
Yeah, those are fun.
I hear you don't even use stencils really.
No, I use like tape and like a pencil and a thumbtack and some string to do like the circles and stuff. But because basically if I like use a projector, it won't fit well because everything I do design wise is like shapes and lines.
Yes.
And I have to make sure it fits well with the building, and not all buildings are built perfectly. And so like if a roof is a little crooked or it's shifted over time, if I were to just project
Especially
shapes
here in
on
Austin, yeah, all these
Yeah.
damn buildings are.
it looks bad. So I've got to get in there and measure everything and chalk and everything first, and then I go in and just like freehand it. I'll use tape every now and then, but it depends on what I'm doing. I've gotten better with it, but
So,
it's hard.
has there been moments of difficulties
Oh, yeah.
surviving as an artist?
Oh, yeah, it's wild because you never really know what's going to happen every month. You know, you're like, well, I think I can make rent, but
Then it's like the second to third week, and you're like, I could still make rent.
yep.
It's happening. It's gonna happen.
Yeah. It's like a weird like leap of faith, and it's very stressful, but I worked in really stressful like fields. So like I worked in criminal defense, and we had a lot of like high profile like murder cases. So like your work keeping somebody in or out of jail for like 70 years was a part of that, and so that was stressful, but I could handle it. And then when I worked at Facebook, I did FTC audits mostly, so I did like large privacy stuff, and Facebook has a reputation for
Yeah, for being bad with privacy.
so high stress doesn't bug me too much, knock on wood.
You're there. You're moving money behind the money. They're moving the money.
No comment.
That island that Facebook is building to hide all their islands.
That's wild.
Facebook has an Epstein Island?
No, they got a Hawaiian island.
Oh.
Zuckerberg just said fuck it
Yeah.
and bought a Hawaiian island pretty much.
Yeah.
Are you
Not
sure
all-
it's not an Epstein Island?
Not all it will.
You never know.
We don't.
It's Zuck's
We're
Island?
hoping for the best. It's Zuck's
Oh,
island.
he likes to do that. Like, what is the
Pickleball?
surfing where like you have them like board that you like
Pickleball.
jump on top of, like you jump up and down and
Oh,
it,
he's a
like,
skimboarder.
he's a skimboarder, dude. So
Yeah.
maybe that's why.
Okay.
He's like I need to do that on my private island.
Man, that dude is like he's a bro, but like.
He's kind of embarrassing.
But not like today's
like,
bro.
cringy.
He's like a bro from like
Yeah.
'89 or something.
I'm
Like he's a
just
throwback
embarrassed
bro.
for him, you know.
Yeah.
He's got a look to him.
There was like one video that he did in his office, and like everyone was picking apart his the background of his office.
Yeah.
And there was a bottle of Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet
We're about to
baby
barbecue in the
Ray's.
backyard. Hey, babe, could you get the Sweet Baby Race?
It's in my office.
It's in my office.
It's part of my backdrop.
I eat it with every meal.
I'm like a normal human being. I'm just like y'all. I'm just like y'all.
I
got
love
Sweet Baby
barbecue.
Rays. You know, look. This is like, Diet Dr Pepper, whatever. You know, I love.
I too have a Traeger grill. Like,
I love Little Sweet. Is it Little Sweet, right? The Diet Dr Pepper guy.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You never see the Diet Dr Pepper commercial when the little dude sings?
No, I don't
Oh.
watch commercials.
I don't
So
drink Diet Dr.
good.
Pepper.
That is the best diet, though. The diet soda.
What?
I love
It is the
Diet
number
Dr.
one.
Pepper.
It is
The
the number
only
one diet
time-
soda in America. Diet Dr Pepper.
The
It's a
only
good-
time I
really?
drink
I like it.
diet
It is closer
drinks.
to Dr Pepper than any other diet drink. I mean, Diet Coke's probably number one because Diet Coke.
The only
Yeah.
diet drink I
Taste-wise.
drink is Diet Coke,
Diet
and that's when I go to my parents'
Do you
house
drink
because
it?
they have
Yeah.
no other things besides water. They
You
I
want to
didn't know
hydrate?
this.
This is it.
Everybody
yeah.
knows this.
Well, my parents don't even like drink, so if you. It's like one time I brought a can of beer into like it was already opened, and I was like, because I was at the lake and I came back, and like my mom was like, "You gonna dump that out?" And I was like, "Yes, mother."
Aw.
Yes, mother.
That's sweet.
Yeah, you know, I come from a poor families, so we drink a lot of sodas and eat crazy foods, and they're very vocal about what's the best, and they say Diet Dr Pepper is the best goddamn diet soda in America,
Okay.
and I believe
I
those hood
agree.
rats.
No, I believe them
agree.
too.
That
I
and
just
Coke
I just
Zero, like
know
Coke
a
Zero.
lot of white women that like Diet Coke.
Well, yeah, 'cause that's like the
Yeah.
staple.
Yeah.
Diet Coke, what
Yeah.
they teach you.
Yeah.
But if you like go out and taste them
Mhm.
all, you're like, damn, this Diet Dr Pepper fucking lit.
Mhm.
Little sweet. I'll send you a little sweet montage.
Okay. Please do.
He's like a little singer. He's like,
And he drinks Dr Pepper.
Diet Dr Pepper.
Oh, okay. Well, he's smart.
That's why I call him
He's
Little
smart. You know,
Sweet. He's
that's
not
what he is.
Sweet. He's a little.
I thought he'd call him that because it was a commercial for the little cans.
Oh,
Little
shit.
can. Little sweet.
Oh.
Maybe he is a little kid, but he's Diet Dr Pepper still.
Those little cans are a waste of money.
They're cute.
It's a gimmick.
It's like for stockings, stuffer.
Get out of here.
I
Who puts
kinda-
a?
I like the little cans.
I
But
like
who
small-
puts
I like
who puts one
tiny
of those in a
things.
stocking? Like, if I got one of those in a stocking,
if
I'd be like,
people-
why isn't this in the fridge? I can't even pop it open yet right now.
And in my household, the
Cute.
only thing you get in stockings is like you don't get a gift in a stocking. All it is lottery tickets and candy. And if
Yeah.
you're lucky, like one of those super big pixie sticks that's like
Oh,
4
hell
inches
yeah.
thick. You know what I'm
Oh,
talking
yeah,
about?
with
Yeah.
the staples on the
You
end.
use like a cloud of pink dust is like,
Yeah.
motherfucker,
Like
look at
Scarface.
Shit,
this.
that's-
Yeah, that's who am I?
Yeah,
You know, like
yeah.
everyone's looking at you like,
You
"Oh,
asphyxiate a little, but it's worth it.
all the
Yeah.
kids have this crazy eye like,
Yeah, I was like, that was all the kids running
Give me
around
back
when I
that
worked at
pistol.
pinballs for 3
oh
days.
god.
They're just like slapping the fuck at each other with them
You worked at pinballs?
for literally like. I was gonna say 3 days. I went there for my first shift. It was training, and then the next shift they were like, "All
Kids
right,
are
you
beating
gotta
you up.
you gotta man the ride,
66.
like one of the like virtual rides." And then they moved me to the toy booth, and that was a mistake because I went to the toy like counter, and it was so shitty. I literally never went back.
Kids are scary.
They are, dude.
I'm impressed by them. I respect them. It's like cats, you know. I respect them, but I fear them.
Same.
I'm a little nervous. They're a little
Oh,
charmy,
yeah.
but they're very cute. Very cute.
It's a. I'm gonna start on kids right now. All right. So, 5 years in Austin,
Yeah.
doing well as an artist. Good days, bad days, obviously.
Yeah.
What's the plans for the future? What do you got going
Whew.
on?
Just keep riding this wave for as long as I can.
Do you
I don't
sell
know.
your art online?
I do. I sell it at a few places. So I sell it at shops in town. So, like the little gay shop, there's this cute Japanese restaurant, not restaurant, like kind of store. They sell like thrift and cute little things. But that's up north. And then, God, I think there's a couple other places that I sell like in brick and mortars. And then I do a lot of pop-up markets that I like go and the art markets around, and I go and I meet people, and that's mainly what I do is I get commissioned through that, and so that's where I get like the bulk of my income is doing commissions and murals. Some of it's through like prints, and some of it's through sales on my website, and then a lot through Instagram. Like a lot of people recognize.
out.
Yeah, they reach out or they just find me on Instagram, and then they become interested in my art. So that's like
Yeah.
the hardest thing is really getting people, I suppose, to like want your stuff.
Yeah, no.
Do
for
you think
sure.
that like people are moving away from like using Etsy and just using Instagram as a thing?
Oh, I think so. You know, I'm not on Etsy, but I think it depends on what people are looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I would definitely say people are using Instagram a lot more. But a lot of my friends that are like local artists that sell more like stickers and small posters and like tote bags and things,
Etsy. Yeah.
Etsy, or there's this one called Fair that's popping up, and basically you can sell your things in bulk and you discount it, and so people
Ah.
will buy like 50 to 100 of one of your products, and
Sell
you
it
just
in the
mark
store?
it down.
Is it for like wholesale?
Yes, that's
Okay.
the right word. Yeah.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
But
That's
yeah,
interesting.
that's a big one right now, and then they sell it in small boutiques outside.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's been a lot of people are using that.
Okay.
And then, but Etsy, I'd say still is a pretty big one, because with Instagram, you have to go through stuff with Facebook, and it can be a pain in the ass for the sellers.
Yeah.
So,
Do you
that's
have
kinda
like a overall like when you like think about like you know all the different avenues that you like can make money from your art? Like, do you think of like think of it like, oh, this month, like, or like overall, I want to make like a certain percentage from doing murals, and then like from
Oh.
prints and
That would be
stuff.
ideal. That
Yeah.
would be so cool to get to that point. But right now, it's literally like having a bunch of fish nets out in different places.
Gotcha.
And you just set it, and then you hope that month, that's what will come back
Pull
to you.
over.
Yeah, like right now, I've got, I worked with Alvy's, like a boot company, and I painted a bunch of boots.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, but that's as they get purchased, I'll get money
Commission
from
from
that.
it?
So you
Nice.
never know. And then I'm at Austin Art Garage, and so I have
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
of art pieces there, but I
Okay.
never know if it's going to be like the
So-
month for it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Does it usually about like 1 month you're like selling a ton of prints, and then
Yeah.
like next month you're like, oh, I got so many murals to plan, right? I gotta
Yeah,
do
it's
like,
it's really funny. Yeah, it is literally like that. I had 1 month where I had like two big murals and one small mural, and I was dead. But I
Yeah.
was like, well, this will pay rent for 2 months, so
hell
that's
yeah,
good.
hell yeah.
But I
You're
sell.
painting doors?
Yeah, that's my next thing. I painted my studio door, but I really want to paint people's doors next. So I'm gonna do like digital mock-ups and put them on my Instagram and see if people are into
Oh,
that.
that's a cool. I would let you paint my door for sure.
That'd be so fun.
And by let, I mean pay you.
Well, I love the idea of a door too. So I obviously like witchy things, and I put sigils on my doors a lot of the times in chalk and stuff like that, which are like little like designs and markers that are meant to like bring good things in and keep bad things out.
Mhm.
And I love the idea of making the shapes kind of like that. So with the colors and the placements, like to bring good things into the door and put them out and protection. So I don't know. I really like that, and I think
I think
Well,
that's a
we all
really
like good
cool
luck,
idea.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited about that one. We'll see though.
Yeah, I was stalking your Instagram and I saw that. And I was like, oh, doors.
Yeah, I like doors. They're fun. Yeah. Yeah, it's
part of
fun
what-
to see what happens.
Doing homework. I was like, doors.
I try to have like some goals for the year or the next few months of what I want to do. I hang in a lot of like restaurants and breweries and things like that. So I
Yeah.
did Zilker last year and
Okay.
Barrett's Coffee and Epoch and things like that.
Hell yeah.
And that helps a lot.
I think when I first met you, like, I didn't really know you're an artist yet. We were just first meeting you.
Yeah.
And then we learned that you're an artist. And, like, I think you had a show. I think, was it Epoch maybe?
Oh, wow.
Where you're taking down the art or putting the art up
Oh,
or
it might have
something.
been Austin Bouldering Project.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, that might have been it.
And I was
Yeah.
like, oh. And then I saw you doing the mural. Because I think Dean helped you a little bit at Top
Yes,
Drawer.
Dean is so sweet. He's the
And
best.
then obviously you did the birds. You're doing
Yeah.
that, and I was like, that's just crazy. What is she doing? She's like,
Yeah.
you're like on a ladder. And I was like, she gonna
Yeah.
die.
She got-
She gonna die.
I fell off that ladder a lot. I'm gonna
Oh,
be
boy.
really
Oh,
honest
boy.
You
with
had an
you.
Instagram story. You're like, I fall sometimes. Or something like that. I was like, alright, okay.
And with those birds ones, I can only be there from like when they close to kind of late into the night. So it'd be like 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. or something like that. And I get weird
Yeah,
being
right.
around paint fumes that late in the night.
Just huffing.
I was getting a little paranoid about the ladder. I was like, he's coming to get me. He's got a vendetta.
Yeah, Julian's an artist also.
Oh,
He
cool.
recently pasted.
It's posters, like pasted posters on the walls at the ballroom, because it was all because the owners of the place, they're recently owners of, like, they took it over from the people that own Spider House. There used to be
Arlo's.
Spider House ballroom.
Arlo's guy.
Yeah,
I
Arlo's
just met
guys.
him the other
Yeah,
day.
they're really cool. I like
Yeah.
them. And especially like they're talking about like, oh, the Spider House ballroom has this kind of like, churchy or like religious temple vibe. So they're like, we need
sure.
we want. They almost went with like some other artists to do like the same. Like they were offering them to do pasters in the room, and
Okay.
they were like, we want to keep with like the theme. So they just had me do posters of or like the tarots of from the Sixth Gate or the Ninth Gate, the movie with Johnny Depp.
Oh.
And so, like, because in the movie,
I don't know if I know that.
well, the movie's like the bit. Like, I guess the concept of the
I
movie
guess
is
the
that
Ninth Gate it's an older movie. Though.
it is an old. I
Oh,
think it's like
haven't
early
seen that one. I wanna
2000s.
watch it.
Yeah.
Like, what is
But
it? I like
it's like
sci-fi.
about a guy who finds a book that was written by Satan, and it's
Yeah.
called The Ninth Gate.
And he starts
and,
seeing
Okay.
things.
and he starts seeing things. So
And
all
then
of the images
some of
are
it's
from
real,
that
some
book.
of it's not
Oh,
real.
shit.
And like we put up I think at
That's
the end it was
cool.
like almost 400 posters.
Whoa.
Because we did the men's and the women's bathroom. I will say the men's bathroom was fucking abysmal to work in, dude. It was like,
yeah.
I don't know why, but for some reason I thought it was a good idea when we were doing like the bottom of like the room
no.
to put my knees on the
Oh
ground.
no.
Like without like putting like a piece of cardboard on
Oh,
it.
that will
Stop.
never be clean.
I almost had to
That
throw
will-
those
that
pants
floor will
away,
never be
like-
clean.
I'm not even, the ballroom's not even the worst venue in town, but it's
No.
definitely an
Men's
old ass venue.
bathrooms.
And
Yeah.
any venue restrooms
Oh.
already just like,
Yeah, I feel like men's
ah.
bathrooms are a particular kind of hell.
Yeah, and I have my buddy who like works there, and he like kind of helped me. Like he helped me out with it. He was like, "Yeah, dude, we should like go hit up all these other venue owners and offer them to do that." And I was like, "Bro, you want to go to every dirty fucking restroom in this town and put up posters for like?"
Yeah.
We were there for like 6 hours, and like especially I don't know how
Whoa.
long you like do shifts when you do murals, but like. Yeah, we were there for like 8 hours a day, and like it took 3 days to do it total.
Yeah.
So like, it's just like a long time to be in a shitty bathroom.
And
Yeah.
especially like if there's like fumes, I don't know what we're using to paste if it was just like a wheat paste, but
We were using. I would have used wheat paste, but I think that would have contributed to
Yeah,
the smell.
that's a good point.
So we got. At first, I used this stuff called Earl Lube. Then it's like a chemical paste that
Oh.
this guy from Cali makes,
Okay.
and then I ran out of that, and it's also expensive. So they were paying for the supplies, but I was
That's
like, I don't want to wait for it, so I just went and got
Yeah.
Roman wallpaper paste to finish it.
Okay.
And that actually smells kind of. Both of those kind of smell a little like minty.
Oh, that's
Like
cool.
they don't have like a chemical smell onto it.
That's nice.
I think it made the bathroom smell better.
That's good.
Yeah.
I've
So
noticed.
there's a plus.
Yeah, with those long shifts,
Mhm.
or like the paint fumes will really mess me up.
Yeah.
And so like that's what I try to. I've learned to work in shorter shifts for the.
Is it like a
painting ones.
lightheadedness that you get?
Yeah, the first
Gotcha.
time it happened, the place I was working in wasn't ventilated enough, and I like went to go to the taco truck across the way, and I puked in a trash
Oh
can.
wow! They're probably like, man, this girl's drunk. She really needs these tacos.
Every
It
time
was the
that,
afternoon, and I'm like, oh my god.
every time that chica come over, fool, she wild.
Wow.
She been drinking all day. I don't know what the
She's
fuck.
stumbling over here,
There
man.
she is. Look at her. Oh, she wild.
A little glossy eyed.
Yeah,
and
make
shit.
sure to put extra
Hey,
grease in
fool,
there,
I
man. She
said
needs to
order
sober
4
up.
tacos. Are you falling asleep, man?
That's crazy though. I mean,
Yeah.
like, I wonder. I've always wondered because like that is something with artists, like if they're painting for a long time. But I'm like, there's got to be like some kind of like alternative paints where they're like they don't include
I
those
think-
things.
I
but
think you can like add stuff to help, but I don't know.
Ah.
I should look into that, but I haven't figured it out yet. I usually just
Ah.
factored into the time estimate I give
Okay.
people. I'm like, it'll take me 2 weeks, even if I think it'll be like a week, just so I
Yeah.
like have the wiggle room, because you never know what happens. And
hmm
there's always some weird shit. Like at the birds that I did, they had what looked like a painted on design beforehand. It was all the walls.
hmm
And I was like, oh, cool, I'll just paint over that. It was wallpaper that was
Oh,
cut into
gosh.
small pieces
No.
and put all
Fuck.
randomly throughout. So I had to soak that off and scrape it.
Dude,
That
with
took
a
a good-
scraper.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's no fun.
I didn't know how to take off wallpaper before that.
That's no
Now I
fun.
know.
Yeah. Well, like that's like I guess like you paint in a lot of different places. So like you're talking about like odd shapes in places, but it's just like like places that have wallpapers or like just old like murals and stuff on their walls, and you're like coming
Yeah.
in to paint over it. Like I don't know if it's always like some kind of difficulty sometimes.
Yeah, I'd say the wallpaper thing or the texture of the wall, like brick was really hard. Top drawer is all brick.
Okay.
And I do a lot of like clean lines, and so it was like a lot of going back in with tiny brushes, which is what Dean ended up coming up to help me with. With
Okay.
that one, because Top Drawer is a nonprofit,
Oh,
I did that for them for free, and we had volunteers. So there was a team of volunteers that came out,
Nice.
and that was they're really great out there, and it was really cool. to
you're like
do that.
I should get volunteers every time.
Yeah, this is so
Yeah.
great. Yeah, if I can afford to bring someone on, I do, because it's just you get kind of angry like the third day in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just mad at the wall, and so having someone else helps.
A good friend of ours, she does like help with murals for this
Oh,
artist named Emily Eisen.
Oh, that sounds really familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She does a lot of stuff here in Austin, but also in like Seattle, whatever. And
That's
she's
cool.
pretty big. And God, what can't I think of her name right now?
I have no idea who you're talking
John
about.
Hartman's friend. Your brother went on a date with her.
That does not
Wow, that
narrow
was like-
it down. My brother went on
Thank
a date
you for
with...
sharing that information, Rubin.
My brother went on a date with her. Oh, yes.
Yes. What's her?
Emma.
Emma. Yeah. Oh my God, I can't think of her last name. Emma's great, and she's an artist. She does these maps, and
Oh, cool.
like she did, and she's like helps out with this muralist, whatever.
Does
like,
she do
all the
like
big projects.
maps of the Greenbelt? I know there's an artist that does like cool Greenbelt maps on
She
like.
recently did. There's like a weird Matthew McConaughey documentary of like animals in Texas, kind of like Planet Earth for Texas.
Nice, both Matthew McConaughey.
Nice.
And he's like the vocal.
Just
like,
talking,
yeah, yeah.
Look
well,
at the
here in
wild
Texas,
cougar.
Yeah, exactly.
Be cool
And
if
she
they
did
didn't
like
do that.
I guess they came out with a book about the.
Oh.
And she did the maps for the book, like 6
Oh.
different maps.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think they're actually going to do a second part to the movie because the first one did so well.
He's got a very soothing voice. I
He
could see that
does.
being fun.
Have you ever been on the train?
No.
His voice is on the train.
No
Really?
way.
What?
That's
Stop,
amazing.
When you're on your way to
Martin Luther
Q2, he's like,
King
all right, all right, all right, come see me at the stadium.
No, he like references the bongos situation.
No.
Yeah.
What bongo situation?
I'm naked right now. Well, he was naked
Oh, yeah, okay. That's when he gets arrested. when he
He
got
has
arrested.
like the whole, you know, like if you see something, say something. It's like
Yeah.
if you see something weird, but not like bongos weird. You know?
That
Say
is
something.
hilarious.
Man,
Yeah,
I
Like it's
love
like a
Texas.
flasher or something.
yeah, I saw that they have that on all the buses, like on the front of it, and I'm like, I can't remember who I was walking around with downtown. One of my coworkers, and he was like, "Why do the buses say if you see something, say something?" I'm like, "Have you been on the buses, bro?" Like,
There's always something.
Yeah,
that
there's
you're
something.
seeing.
You get on that 300, man, you better get ready for some fucking
oh, dude,
shows
going to
that happen on the
Govale?
300,
No way,
boy.
dude.
Woo, we wild and full.
Yeah,
Especially when it
man.
was like the freeze, like everyone's on the
Oh,
bus
yeah.
just like stay warm. This is wild too.
I had to take the bus
See,
for a couple weeks.
But
and
it was so cold.
It was
Like
helpful,
I
but
took the
damn.
bus to work one
Wow.
day, and I was like, it was like, it's warmer, but the door's still open every stop. So like you be in there, you gotta like have a blanket with you too or something. Like I don't
Yeah.
know.
You gotta bring a plate. All right. Do you want to talk about any future projects, or where we can find your stuff, or any information that you may have not have already given us, like your police record? Or,
That's hidden for a reason. Just
He's
kidding.
like,
I don't know. I don't think I have any big crazy things coming up. You can find me at markets or on my Instagram, Hard Shapes.
hard
Um,
shapes.
Yeah, and then I have a studio nearby that I have people come through if you're ever interested
Okay.
in art and you want to see the pieces I have.
Is your studio on Cesar Chavez?
It is. It's over by you know that it says like Getty on the outside, that big blue building.
Uh-huh.
It's right behind that.
Oh,
There's a
cool.
bunch of
2324 East Chavez.
no. It's
Oh, okay.
You know where they have that like building on the corner of Waller and Chavez?
Oh, okay.
Right next to that, there's those kind
Gotcha.
of like houses. They're
Gotcha.
basically a bunch of studios, so it's either like businesses or artists use up the rooms, which is really
Oh,
That's
I
was
see.
old. Those yeah.
Print press
Someone
used
had a
to be
studio
there.
over there that we
Well,
knew.
they were the ones they got bought all those houses, and they were gonna build a hotel there.
Yeah,
and
they
they couldn't
get
the
zoning.
hotel.
Oh.
They kicked out like Cecil's mom and all those black
Right.
people living in those. They were like it was kind of like a slumlord thing there, you know.
Oh shit.
Like it was like really cheap, like little apartments
Okay, yeah.
in those houses, and they kicked everybody out to build a hotel, and they
Whoa.
couldn't do it, so they just made it into studios.
That's a great story. I love that story. I never knew what happened.
Gentrification.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was like all the there was a lot of like little studios by where Paradox was and on East 5th, or it was on 4th Street
Okay.
by it's not Broken there's a Scoot? No, I don't know.
Scoot in?
White Horse.
Maybe no, it's like
No, Scoot and there's the
Scoot. It's Scoot.
yeah, and there's those I think it's like
Are they still studios?
no, it's those guys that ride around with the bikes, the
The Petty Cabbers, yeah,
Yeah.
that's who took it
Yeah.
over because they used to be
There's
really
tons of
cheap
murals
studios for
there.
people, but now and there is a lot of murals there,
Yeah.
but yeah, now it's just a Petty Cabbers.
I thought it was an art collective, and then I looked in and I was like, oh no, those are just angry bikers.
Yeah.
They don't want me here.
Petty Cat Mafia is real, man.
They roll deep, man. They're
Yeah.
tight.
Like
Did
I
I tell
know,
you?
like they're like a. I started on
I
I'm
don't know
friends with them, but
what
I'm also like,
what I was doing downtown, but I was downtown for some reason, and I was like gonna take Lena to P. Terry's, and I was like, okay, let's go to the P. Terry's on Barton Springs. Like, we're starving. Oh, it was when we went to the passport office at the library,
Okay.
and I got cut off by a pedicabber, and it was John.
That's
love
hilarious.
it
I
when
was
you're
like, all right,
"Hey,
I'm gonna
you-"
honk at you.
Okay.
There's a pedicabber
That's
that
me all
lives
the
in
time.
my apartments right now.
Because they were doing the trail
Yeah.
lights, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
That's
See,
how
my-
Austin is.
Cameron's
Have a
dad,
battle.
who was on the editing episode that we did, years ago or 2 years ago or something. But his dad used to run Roadkill Pedicab, which I guess was like not. I don't know how many pedicab companies there are, because like there's like a dude that lives in my apartment.
All right, there's
that
not
does
as many
it.
as there used to be. Like
They-
they had like a apex of like over 200 drivers or
Yeah.
whatever. Now we're down to like
See, he
I
was
think 2 major
operating during the
companies,
peak.
and a lot of people have like their own. They just have their own bikes now.
Yeah, he used to have a lot of employees that would pedicab all around town. It was called Roadkill Pedicab.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's long gone. The only remnants is like wheel cover on his Jeep that says it.
Yeah, there was a big dip, but right now, like, because people aren't trying to make a quick buck, because like a lot of people make a quick buck, so they try pedicab, like too many pedicabbers,
Yeah,
and then because of the scooters
true.
kill the pedicabs. But like, actually, the guys tell me they make more money now because the people who do pedicab are like kind of like nostalgic, like, oh, it's a pedicab.
I feel like it's like a
That's
date
cool.
thing
We
now
fell in
too.
love. We
maybe.
fell in love in
Oh,
1999 on a
that's
pedicab before the
fun.
scooters were here to fall in love on.
That's
them.
cute.
Do people
But-
fall in love on the scooters?
Yeah,
I feel
no,
like
they
just fall.
They
They
just
like
fall.
they're-
yeah, I was like they
Same
get.
difference.
I always see like the dude with the girl in front of him, and then
Oh,
he's
I hate
steering.
that.
Yeah, I know, because I'm always just like,
wandering
what?
under the overpass, just in the middle of traffic.
That
Yeah.
could have been us, but you had to be all gotcha. And it's like,
I've taken one too many falls on
must
those
have been
scooters. I have a
love.
scooter right now, a personal one. I don't have a Lime anymore. I don't do Lime anymore, but I just know that one day I'm gonna get run
you're gonna-
over.
yeah, you're gonna eat shit. That's just the scooter way.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
I guess we're wrapping it up now. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Like I said, Hard Shapes on Instagram. Look at her art. It's fantastic. Painting doors.
Painting doors.
I like it.
Let me paint your door.
I like the sigil idea. It's a really nice idea.
Thank
isn't it?
you.
All right.
Read my palm.
No, I'm afraid of the truth.